Hello, I'm Gary Slyman, President and Founder of Great Transition Strategies. Today's topic, the leadership impact of confidence and competence. See if this story resonates with you, or if you've had this happen to you. Individual on your team shows up to meetings, always leaning in, aggressive, speaks with authority on topics, has decisions, here's what we need to do, and this is how we need to go about it. However, you know that individual is not the most capable person to be speaking on that topic, but others in the room are not speaking up. And you know what? That individual gets interpreted as being very capable and gets promoted ahead of those that are more capable. What do we have there? That's a case of individuals, maybe the leadership team, looking at that individual and equating the level of confidence that that individual speaks with as the level of competence that person has. Mistaken identity. Confidence does not equate to competence. It might not. Definition of competence. How good you are, how good you actually are at something, objective and measurable. Confidence. How good you think you are at something, subjective. Emotion, intuition, those kind of things. Let me give you another thought. Grade these two statements on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 not true, 10 absolutely true. Highly incapable individuals will often inaccurately think of or describe their capabilities in an area. I think that's true because of self-awareness. Statement number 2. Highly capable individuals will not speak as accurately or be more critical of their capability in an area. I think that's true as well. Where does that come from? Self-awareness for both of them. The incapable folks are not self-aware enough to know what their abilities really are. Hence, they don't judge themselves well. The folks that are highly capable, they are self-aware and they know, hey, this is how good I think I really am in this particular area, but they're going to be more critical of it. So folks that are highly self-aware, so self-awareness is a key part of understanding your overall competence. All right, where am I going with this? Leadership impact. How are you choosing the leaders in your organization? How are you choosing individuals? Are you choosing? So let me give you let's give you a couple questions and maybe test yourself. Think of your organization and think who's in a leadership position. And when you look at an individual who is very confident, what do you think? Does that give you an impression of competence? We all have our biases, so these are some potential biases. How do you think of someone who is relatively quiet, that does not speak up? When you promote folks in your organization to positions of leadership, do you have specific measurable criteria, no kidding metrics that you're using to measure folks, grade them by, to put them in those positions? Do you use an interview process? And in your interview process, are you using objective, measurable criteria where everyone that's competing for a position gets the same questions and you can truly measure a capability, or subjective, open-ended questions? So I think there's when I think of confidence, I think there's really 3 types of confidence. 1, you're good at what you do and you have the confidence and you show it. Next, there's also the fake it till you make it. That's a case of an air of confidence or displayed confidence. Displayed confidence when they're not nearly as competent in that area. They're not as capable, not as competent. Okay. What's the last one? Those that are just not self-aware. They just don't know. So you always want, obviously, that confident person who is quite capable being up there. So you do want confidence to equal competence. But what are you doing about it in your organization? Some thoughts. Individuals in your organization, what are you doing to build their self-awareness? How are you building self-awareness? Is that part of your development plan? Think individual assessments, think 360 assessments to get the data back. Metrics. Do you have specific metrics to grade folks, to evaluate folks, to put them in positions? That's a way. If you're interviewing, are they subjective interviews or objective interviews where everyone competes the exact same way to get promoted? Those are ways to move people, competent folks who are in fact confident, and make sure you get the right competency in the leadership positions. When we're in a world of rewarding shown, displayed, portrayed confidence as competence, we have to be alert to that. So as leaders, we want to put the right people in the right positions. We need to make sure people are self-aware, know where they really are. We need to be able to measure, have metrics that we're measuring to put them in those positions, and build a program where we're defining it, and then we're rewarding folks for doing what's right and put them in those positions that we get true, confident, competent leaders. Thanks for listening. Hope you found that helpful. I'd love an opportunity to help you build confident, competent leaders in your organization.